Hey little cuties, Demi Bemi here, and welcome to another coffee date vlog. Grab yourself a nice morning beverage and a seat, because today I'd like to tell you why I do not celebrate Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, for me, feels like that quote that Max Dennison says in Hocus Pocus at the beginning of the movie. And he says,
"But everyone here knows that Halloween was invented by the candy companies." It's a conspiracy.
It really feels like some sort of conspiracy from Hallmark or candy companies or somebody. Like, why do holidays get commercialized the way that they do? I understand there's a lot of money and people love themes, and like, I get it, I love themes, but like, damn. Since Valentine's Day has been so commercialized, it sort of sucks all of the specialness and romance and all of that just right out of it. There's so many other days that could be way more romantic and meaningful than Valentine's Day. For example, a birthday, an anniversary, maybe the day that you went on a first date together, the first time you said I love you, or maybe even just because. For me personally, when it's scheduled like that, it doesn't feel special anymore to me. And I'm not saying I would be very upset if my husband brought me something on Valentine's Day to say that he loves and cares about me. I think that it would feel more meaningful if it were just on a random day, even, just because he felt like it. It's little things like that to me that make it more meaningful and special to say, hey, I thought about you without anyone prompting me to get you flowers. And along with that idea of someone bringing you gifts, or at least for me, bringing gifts on Valentine's Day, it's like, are you bringing me those gifts? Or is Valentine's Day bringing me those gifts? You know? And then it's like, it feels like forced, and there's like an obligation, and love shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't feel forced. There should be no obligation in that kind of sense. It should be a little more free and loosey-goosey and fun and not so structured and pressured and all those icky things that love doesn't feel like. And even if it were an expensive dinner, I mean, of course, I would enjoy all of these things. I'm not an ungrateful human being, but there's a little bit of that specialness kind of sucked out of it when it's Valentine's Day. Because we go to a nice dinner at a nice restaurant, and it's like, did you only do this because it's Valentine's Day and not because you wanted to? Everyone else is doing it, and I don't want to be what everyone else is. I want it to be special for just us. And I don't know if this is like a real life thing or if I'm making this up in my head, but it feels like people are trying to shove love and romance and intimacy all into one day because they've forgotten about it all year round. It's like, I'm too busy to spend quality time with you the other 364 days, so today is now where we're gonna make up for all of it, which I personally don't think is realistic or possible, and I don't think that it really makes up for anything. People appreciate little bits of showing that you care through an extended amount of time than just one big giant extravagant thing that's just so expensive. I mean, unless you're into that. I'm not into that. And then we've got the super uber hype over romantic love. And then you're putting pressure on not only couples to do coupley things that makes them, you know, doing things that makes you love each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, if I buy you chocolates and a stuffed animal and flowers, that means I love you. If I take you to an expensive dinner in a wildly overpriced hotel, like, that means I love you. And I don't think those things are inherently bad. I just think that that doesn't equal love, but it can come with it. You know what I'm saying? And then you have the single people all freaked out about finding some Valentine's Day date or something, and then feeling like they don't have anyone that they love or loves them. And this is where I feel that the romantic love is just way too hyped up. something in my family that my mom always did was, and even my dad, we would all exchange Valentine's Day cards. I think that sometimes we forget that we have friends and family that love us and care about us, that we could give a Valentine's Day card to. It doesn't have to be all about finding a partner for Valentine's Day. Also, that seems like some weird, like a game or something, like a game show, like mad dash to find a partner for Valentine's Day or else, I don't know. I think to just sort of sum up my feelings on Valentine's Day is that the whole thing for me feels a little disingenuous, and it feels so not special. And for me personally, I would much prefer some little bits of quality time here and there, and Valentine's Day feels like a quantity kind of a deal, and I'm just not about that. There's something about the whole Valentine's Day experience that kind of makes me feel icky. You know what I'm saying? And realistically, at the end of the day, I don't hate Valentine's Day. I'm not one of those grouchos that just walks around just, bah, I hate Valentine's Day. I just don't celebrate it. Alright, so there's my spiel about why I do not celebrate Valentine's Day. I'd like to know if you guys do or don't celebrate, or how you feel about Valentine's Day in general. And if you do celebrate, I'd like to know what are some things that you like to do for Valentine's Day that makes it feel special for you. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I really super appreciate it. It's always a lot of fun. If you guys have any comments or questions or suggestions or anything, please leave them in the comment section below, or you can hit me up on Twitter or Instagram. And with that, again, thank you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye!